Welcome back to the Ed Show. The Commander-in-Chief wants to end the controversial don't ask, don't tell policy for gays in the military. But the Pentagon is now asking rank-and-file service members to weigh in, emailing out questionnaires with questions like this. What would you do if assigned to share a room with an open or an open bay shower with someone who you believe to be gay or lesbian service member? How would your job performance be affected? How would it affect your immediate unit's effectiveness at completing its mission? Will it affect your willingness to recommend to a family member or close friend that he or she join the military? Lawrence Korb is a senior fellow at the Center for American Progress and former Assistant Secretary of Defense under President Reagan. Mr. Korb, this is rather strange, isn't it, asking the troops such questions? Why not just give the order that people can serve?
Well, that's what they should do. I mean, if we had done this when President Truman wanted to integrate the armed forces, or when we wanted to move women into combat positions, it would never have happened. Can you imagine if in 1948 we asked the troops about how would you like to share a room with an African American? And besides, what it will do is it's going to undermine support for this policy when it comes in, because people say, well, gee, I said I didn't want to do it. Why are they doing that? The troops will respect you if you tell them what to do and then do it quickly and get it over with. The British, the Canadians, the Israelis have all done it with no problem.
Are our military leaders not sure how to implement all of this, and is this why they're doing it, or why are they doing it?
Well, basically, they don't want to do it, and they're playing for time. They're just hoping that if this goes on long enough, it won't get done, and the politicians will change their mind. And it's mainly the leaders. I think the young men and young women in the service, basically, they have much different attitudes. The problem is by asking them, and they're going to have another survey to ask their families about this, too.
Is this coming from the White House? Is this coming from the Commander-in-Chief to ask the troops? Where is this coming from?
No, it's coming from the Secretary of Defense primarily, who's a very cautious person. In fact, he told the president he would support the repeal, providing he could do this survey. In fact, he wrote a letter to the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee saying, don't change the law until I do this survey.
Mr. Korb, do you think that they're counting on the troops coming back saying, no, we don't want to do this?
Well, basically, I think they're going to use that and say, well, maybe we ought not to do it now. Maybe we ought to go, more slowly. Let's kick the can down the road. I think that's basically what they're doing.
Lawrence Korb, appreciate your time tonight. Thanks so much.